Today I'm gonna teach you about data persistence, and of course by Danny Arnold. So what is data persistence? Simply, it is the process of holding some data inside your application and using them later on. So as you have noticed that the data cannot be saved inside our application unless we do that on purpose or by code. And one more thing, if we have two views, we cannot move data from this one to another. So we cannot simply say, I want to move the content of this text field and put it inside this label in the next view. If they were on the same view, then we can do this, but since they are on separate views, so we cannot do this. Okay, I'm gonna show you now an example that will help you to understand this more. So this is my application. I'm gonna write my name here, and let's say I press on this one, the home button, and I'm doing another thing, and now I wanted to go back to my application. I can notice that this string is still inside and it has not changed, or it's not cleared. So what's going on here is this application is still running and has not quit yet. So by pressing home button, you are not quitting the application, you are just putting it in the background. Now if I close it over here or kill the application, this application is no longer running. So if I go once again to this application, nothing is displayed here. And this is called, well, it's not called, well, this supports my idea about data persistence. So if you want to save something here, you have to do it by code. Now, why is it that important to save some data inside your application? Well, of course it is important, but I'm gonna show you why. Actually, I showed you this application, and I want to type my name here, and I want it to be displayed in the second view. So this cannot be done just simply by moving things from one view to another. Well, we have to save this string over here in a specific place inside our application, then retrieve it from that place and put it inside the label. The same applies to the score. Let's say we have a score and we want to be used in the second view. So we have to save it in a specific place and then retrieve it over here in the next view. And this specific place inside our application is common for all views, or all views can access this place. So I'm gonna show you this one over here. Let's say that this gray box over here is your application, and let's say that these over here, the first one was gold, the second was purple. I'm just imitating this one over here. So let's say that we have view 1 and view 2, and now you can imagine that we have like here a common place. This blue one here is a common place inside your application where you can save data to and then retrieve it from any view you want. So let's say we have this one, which is the text field. Let's say it's this one. So how can, and sorry about that, and let's say we have this text over here. Okay, so this is our label and this is our text field. How can this text field be transferred to this table text? Well, first of all, this one should save its content in the common saving area in the form of a string. So let's say that this is a string over here. Okay, so this one Well, I know I must prepare this presentation before I give it to you, but I'm too lazy to do this, so you have to tolerate this situation over here. But I guess you can know what I'm doing over here and you've got the idea. So let's say this pinky one. Okay, so the content of this text field is saved inside this blue box, which is the place where you can save data to inside your application. It's saved in the form of string, and this string is then later on retrieved in the second view, and the text over here is replaced by the content of this string. So this is the strategy that we use to save our data in our application. And for that I have to tell you that there are 1 key value, 2 files, 3 database. Okay. Oop. Okay. So this over here is called the key value strategy. Now we have the files strategy, which is saving your data to a specific file, and this file is also inside this, let's say, box. Actually there is no box, but I'm just telling you this in order to make it easier for you to understand. So the files thing is just like saving the contents, let's say a text, inside a file, a text file. The third one is database, creating a database and using SQLite for, since it is an iPhone application. So databases are more a complicated topic, but the key value is the simplest one, and I've talked much in this tutorial. In the next tutorial I'm gonna show you how simple it is to save a data inside your application and then retrieve it in another view. And this is all for this tutorial. Hope you enjoyed it, and goodbye.